What's happening, you guys? Today's Sunday evening, 18:22 local time, or 6:22 p.m. for those of you guys who are military time challenged. Hi, we are in Riverside, California right now. Hi, we are on our way to Jurupa Valley, or Middloma, to pick up another Walmart load. It'll be a cross stop going to Plainview, Texas. So I'll get that out there right at the start for you. Alright, yeah, we're going to be going to this place that we're going to, I've been to numerous times in the past. It's always a drop and hook pickup. In fact, you got to know the exact trailer number that you're supposed to be picking up before you even get there. And I do have that information. These loads are always ready to go way early. Well, usually always. I don't think I've ever had one pick up late because of them. I think I've picked up one or two late because of, hey, I'm on another load and got to get it dealt with first, and then I guess I'm just the best truck to handle it or something. But every other time I've had one where there's it's a pretty good pickup window before you hit your drop dead time. I've never had one hold me up, so that's a good thing. Now it is Swift Central there. Into your Swift jokes. Swing right at the front of the trailer. Alright, last time I went there also they had a little bit of rearranging there with the way the trailers are parked and stuff, but it wasn't too much different. It can be really busy there. They have several spotters working there at any time. You probably see at least a good 5 or 6 spotters at any given time working there at the same time. They do a lot. And I've seen that lot where it gets pretty full, and especially Christmas, Black Friday period, whatever, somewhere around there. Oh man, that place can get really busy then. But last time I went there, it wasn't so bad. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we're doing. We'll walk you through that process if you haven't already seen those previous videos of me picking up from this location. Alright, so on another note, I just came off of home time. It was a longer, more extended home time than I really planned on. I had a dental appointment on Thursday and a medical appointment on Friday. But then I also had to do lab work before the medical appointment, and even and I made a delivery last Monday or Tuesday, whatever it was, in Torrance, and that went really nice and quick. But they tried to set me up with a local kind of load going from, I want to say Tulare over to San Diego? I want to say San Diego, but I could be wrong. There were 2 different pre-plans I looked at. Well, I know one of them involved San Diego area, or Chula Vista or something, and I forget what the other one was. But the only problem was that I wouldn't have minded that Tulare load, but it was going to afford me no time whatsoever to get my lab work done, because lab work has to be done during daytime hours, business hours, and there was no chance in hell of it with that. So, unfortunately, I had to reject that one. I had another one that they offered that was shorter, whatever, but I'm like, yeah, it's still got this other issue. Like, I need to get my lab work done. I don't know I can, and not to mention my clock was already running on that shift, so that was another concern. Anyway, yeah, and also got my truck in the shop. I've talked about that coolant sensor issue before. So yeah, I told them about that, and it turned out it was a harness issue. I guess they did some kind of like a splice or whatever it was, of some sort, to reconnect it, to give it a more solid connection, because they said it was shorting the ground, I think right there at the sensor, where it hooks up to the sensor itself. I had a feeling that might have been the case, but I wasn't sure, because some of the things that was going on there, like where I could sometimes get the problem to go away by cycling the gear selector switch, or even sometimes cycling the ignition off and then back on. Both those sometimes, usually will get the problem to go away. So and it's a brand new sensor, so I doubted it was a sensor issue. Alright, which way now? They can be pretty goofy with the routing here. My onboard wants me to take Milliken. Hamner and Milliken, that's on the other side of I-15. But this one wants me to use Etiwanda. Now, there's a reason why this one's saying don't use Etiwanda. It's because that one little section there in between the Flying J and the Fontana city limits on Etiwanda is considered not truck legal, but yeah. I don't know why they have that rule there. It's stupid. There's all kinds of warehouses in the area. You'll see tons of trucks driving through that same area. And you can't even get to Highway 60 from the Flying J without going through that truck illegal area. City of Jurupa Valley has some pretty antiquated rule there. And Jurupa Valley is not even that old a city. They were an unincorporated town or city, whatever you want to call them, when I was working at the base for so long. Over here at March Air Reserve Base, and I forget what year it was. They actually got incorporated while I was still working there. So we'll say about 15 years ago, something in that ballpark, 10 to 15 years ago, they incorporated. So it's not like they're a very old town or a very old city. So where the hell did this stupid rule come from? No trucks allowed on this section of Etiwanda between Von Buren and I always forget the name of that other street there where the Fontana and Jurupa Valley city limit is. It's pretty close to Philadelphia Street, but it's not Philadelphia, it's a different street. I want to say it's Harmon, or I forget. I want to say it starts with an H. I want to say it's a street where Jurupa Valley and Fontana meet up. But I'm going to say I don't care what this thing's telling me. I'm going to go my way. In fact, my way has a 5-minute faster ETA. Alright, the other thing here I want to talk about before we get there is I got set up to do a local delivery from, basically you come from the house down to the drop yard in San Bernardino and take the load to Riverside to deliver it at the Walmart DC over there. I get over to the yard to get hooked to my trailer. I am doing fine on time. Actually, where I was going to have to sit and wait about, we'll say maybe 10 minutes before I could leave and plan on getting to Walmart within the hour before window. Because if I left right as soon as I was ready, I was going to have to, I was going to get there before more than an hour before my delivery, which, Walmart is not too keen on. Anyway, I hook to the trailer, I look at everything, oh yeah, this pre-trip looks all good, hunky-dory. See, there's a no truck sign right here, but hey, look, there's a bobtail right there coming from there. I don't care. I'm going to go this way anyway. I'll do what I want. See, look at that. There's a freaking warehouse right there, right in front of us. Anyway, the driver who dropped that load in the yard neglected to leave the BOL with the load. So, like, great. Now I got to jump through hoops. Well, first, hope that they actually. Oh, you know what? I think I missed my turn. Yeah, I was actually supposed to go. I can't remember if Iberia goes through to Milliken or not. No, I'm gonna have to use Philadelphia. All right. Hey, look, truck's no right turn. There's a warehouse right here. There's a warehouse right here. There's another warehouse right there. Actually, this next light up here, there's a Lineage Logistics facility that I just delivered to recently, and I've been to multiple times. Basically, they got Restaurant Depot and something else over there. I think it's just the next street right up here. You go down there, and then it'll dead end. It'll dead end you in this other street. And if you just keep going straight without turning onto that other street, you're gonna end up on Tompkins. Yeah, that's the name of it. I can't tell if that. Now let's go ahead and take Philadelphia, because I know Philadelphia will get me over to Milliken, and then I can take Milliken over to Mission. Yeah, see right there's the lineage. This buys us a little bit of time as well. Okay, no, this is inland, so the next light up is Philadelphia. Alright, anyway, I had to jump through hoops with getting dispatch to send me copies of whatever they could, because I don't think the original driver was in the area still. And now when we send our departure info, our departure calls, basically, we're supposed to scan copies of the unsigned bills. Now, I'm pretty bad about this myself. Most of the time, I'm not going to scan more pages than I absolutely have to scan. And guess what? I think this is what happened here, too. The original driver did not scan every page, or at least I don't think they did. Well, I don't know, because I had two different people send me copies. And, one of them was my weekend DM, and the other one was the quality assurance guy, if I'm not mistaken. And the QA guy actually sent me like 4 or 5 pages, whatever it was, but then I get over to Walmart. Well, first I had to go over to the pilot in Colton, get the BOL, the copy printed that the driver leader said, and then I barely got to Walmart with 10 minutes to spare. Trying to get checked in, and they're like, yeah, they're not going to take this because they can tell that it's like a printed out copy of a BOL, whatever, not the BOL itself. That's what got sent to me by my dispatch. I don't know what to tell you. So they say, yeah, can you email a copy of, can you email the bills to these two different this specific address? So I tried that, and I think it went through on the 1-page BOL thing that I got, which I was pretty sure wasn't enough. The BOL, I think the page I got only showed like 2,600 pounds or 35. I can't remember. It was small, like 1 or 2 pallets or whatever it was. And all right, yeah, we're good. Alright, so, where was that with that? Okay, so I emailed the copy to them, and then I keep hearing either they're not getting it at all, or it's not enough of it, or whatever the case was. It was not clear enough what exactly I was dealing with there. So then when I found out from the email from the QA guy, he actually had like 4 pages. So I tried emailing that to them, and I kept getting rejects. I didn't even tell why I was getting rejected. It wasn't saying like invalid email address or anything. It just said it wasn't sent, like it didn't go through. Like, okay, can you give me some info on why it didn't go through? Because I have nothing to work with here. to figure out if I'm putting the wrong email address in, which I was putting exactly what they told me to put in, or if it's something else. Anyway, I ended up sitting there for about 45 minutes trying to get this issue resolved. Well, I'm already at the customer, and then ended up being told, yeah, you're going to have to reschedule. They're not going to take the load until you have a complete copy of the BOL. So, yeah, so I had to take the load back to the drop yard. You know, I knew that was going to happen, too. I was half tempted to tell them, look, this ain't going to work, and I would have been better off just grabbing this empty while I was there the first time instead of wasting my time, my 14-hour clock and all that, trying to get this damn load delivered to no avail. Alright, we're going to need to make a left turn here really fast, so I'm going to have to yeah, definitely watch over there. Alright, we're going to be making a left here on Mission Boulevard, and then a right turn on the Wineville, and then like the second, I think it's the second driveway on the right, if I remember right. That'll be the Walmart DC. I didn't know they had a terminal over here. I guess that makes sense because I think I tend to see their trucks over there at the Walmart DC that we're going to. Hey, look at that. I see a Prime or whatever that is up ahead on this supposedly restricted area. Alright, that next light up there should be Wineville. It seems like it's further away than I thought. I thought it was closer to the 63 or the 15 here, which we're going under now. Right here is the edge of Walmart's property right now. And I know that I'm looking for a 404 something. I think 40440 trailer. There's a certain area over here where it's normally going to be. This is, well, not here, but I think this next section here. So I'm trying to scout in advance so I know where. Maybe see if I can find the trailer before I even get over there. Okay, yeah, actually this is the driveway right here. Yeah, that's a Swift truck entrance up ahead, but now I know for sure this is the correct entrance here. Alright, now normally, yeah, I don't know, did they get rid of the sign here saying wait for them to wave you up? Looks like they're ready for me. Yeah, they used to have a sign here saying wait there until they wave you up here, and then come up. so. Alright, so normally when we show up here, they'll check us in first here. Yeah, just get your CDL. And then normally you would come up here to this shack and check in with them. They do the trailer inspection. After that, we drop our trailer. And after we drop our trailer, then we go find our loaded trailer. And once you get our loaded trailer, there's a shack up there pretty close to where the freeway's at that we're going to, dude, you're not gonna, what the hell are you thinking, Swift? Does this guy have no brains or something? I would have been going faster, but I was waiting to see what the shack driver was doing already, and then this clown, oh, it's Walmart. I wonder what he's up to now. Alright, so anyway, yeah, there'll be a shack over there pretty close to the freeway that we'll check in, we'll check out at. We'll actually get the BOL from there. And after that one, then we come back out here to sign out at the guard shack, and then we're on our way. Okay, I think last time, it looked like they have them perpendicular again. I thought last time I came here, they made them all slanted, but yeah, it looked like they're all perpendicular. They're usually, there have been times where I've been here where this whole area is so freaking packed. Oh, I probably could have dropped my empty right there. Let's see, and by the way, these spots here are tight. The lane here is fine right now, but the spots that you drop in are tightly spaced. Okay, it looks like there might be one over there I can drop in. I'll have to get myself, well, yeah, normally I drop in this lane over here though. Might have to turn, there's a couple of spots over here I can put it in too, but see what we can find here first before we get turned around. And I'm also going to have to look for my loaded, which could also be in this same area. Like we might have a couple openings right here. Yep, that'll work. Oh, there's my loaded right there. 40440. Looking right at it. I'd like to be a little bit more over to the left, so might make it a little bit easier for anyone dropping in that next spot. Alright, that should do. We'll go ahead and get disconnected here, hook up to the other one, get it pre-tripped, and get out of here. Alright guys, we are disconnected. Now we get hooked to our other one. Very convenient. Now, a lot of times my trailer, my loaded is up there in that section over there. I definitely feel it going underneath. Alright, good to go here. Let me get pre-tripped and let's get out of here. Alright guys, let's get it rolling here. And it's... oh, now that light's on. Or actually, no, I think it was the other trailer. The trailer I brought in here, I think the side marker light looked like it wasn't working, but my lights up here on the truck were flashing on and off when they should have been dim and bright, even though I double checked that I had the switch here in a running light position. I don't know what the deal was with that. Alright, we're going to come down here toward the I-15 and then make a left, and then you'll see that shack there, and then we'll make another left. There's like 3 lanes there just on this side of that shack. Just pick whichever one is vacant or whichever one you want if they're all vacant. Yeah, I see the shack right over there, but we got to come in from the other side. And these 3 lanes here, that same issue. It's these 3 lanes that you see right here on the painted right here is with the intent if there's a long line trying to get checked out of that shack at the same time. It keeps people organized into which lane that you need to go to when you get over here. Since nobody's here, it's slow, I'm going to go ahead and use the one closest to the shack. Alright, now when you check out here, you're going to need your 8-digit BOL number, so make sure you take your phone or whatever information with you. Alright guys, let's get out of here now. We are done. By the way, just to point out, when you get here, when you hook to your loaded trailer, there will be a yard seal on it. You can take it off and inspect. If you want to put load locks on, if there's even room for load locks, go for it. They're going to put a bolt seal on from here. And, and then they'll attach the BOL, the actual entire manifest to the last pallet or to the inside of the right door. Normally it's the inside of the right door that I have them, that they end up putting it on, but this guy actually taped it to the back of the last pallet. Alright, I mentioned already this is going to Plainview, Texas. If you guys aren't familiar with Plainview, it is about halfway between Amarillo and Lubbock, along Interstate 27, right where I-27 and US 70 meet up. This is a regular route we've been doing for years. I just found out from the guy I was checking out with there. I guess the company that handles the contract here has been here for about 4 years. I guess it was a different company that did it prior to that. And I'm like, oh, that's why things have changed a little bit. Okay, it's not like a lot is different, but I do see some little odds and ends that are different than they used to be. I don't know why, but that stop sign there is throwing me off. But no, this is the correct way to go. Just make sure you stay to the right of this stop sign here, and we'll get up there. We'll have a gate pass and the BOL. Also, these loads are always light. And this one in particular is only 11,000 pounds. Most of the time, a lot of times I come here, it could be like 12, 13,000, or I've even had I think one as much as 25 grand, but it's unusual for me to pick up a load here and see it over 20 at all. Most of the time, like I'll see like 18,000 perhaps, or like I said, most of the time, no, I'd say they're not even 15,000. So it's great for my fuel economy. Love it. Alright, well, I've already sent my departure and loaded calls. Obviously, there's no point in scaling it with it being that light. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and check out and say now, there are signs there saying trucks right turn only, but sue me if I go the wrong way on purpose. Alright guys, we are out of here now. Now the proper way to leave here, if you want or really want to play that legal way, is to come down Wineville and work your way down to Galliano Ranch Road on I-15, on the other, just south of Highway 60. But I'll be damned if I'm going to go that way. I think it's absolutely stupid that this is a right turn only. Oops. Oops, sue me, I went the wrong way. Now you can make a right over here and get onto Highway 60 right there, westbound. You gotta make the right onto Etiwanda and then cross under to get to the eastbound side if that's what you want to do. What I like to do, because I'm going up to Barstow and then take I-40 across, I'm going to take Mission back over to Milliken. I'm going to need this lane over here though. And we're going to go up a ramp up here to get onto Milliken, and then we'll go north on Milliken to Jurupa Avenue. Then I'll take Jurupa across and then I get onto I-15 there. So, alright, that's what I prefer to do. I think it's absolutely stupid that this is even a non-truck route per se. But you just saw a Swift truck coming through there right now, so it shows you how much anybody cares about these rules. Alright, anyway, I'm out of here. Should have the load delivered. It's a drop and hook. I think it's due on the 2nd, but I anticipate having it there maybe on the 1st, earlier part of the day on the 1st. So, alright, I will see you guys later. I may or may not do a delivery vlog there. I don't know. Oh wait, no. Damn it. No, Milliken is I always get that mixed up because of that light. I mean, the sign over there says Milliken to veer off to the left, but, and I was like, it's not the first time I've made this same mistake, and it probably won't be the last time. I don't know why, but yeah, it's kind of a weird setup here. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and alright, I will see you guys possibly in Plainview, if not, whatever I'm doing after that. Alright, y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.